Canelo in Riyadh in May, the big fight in the history of boxing. In September, then two more fights in 26. Don't miss with the line.
So news is set. Seems like Turkey on the sheet sat down with Canelo Alvarez people, or they got in touch today after the news came out about the Jake Paul fight being established. And with that news being out, Eddie Reynoso was talking to the media. I want to say this was in Mexico, and they were asking about the fights and the deals that was coming up, and the William Skull name came up, Canelo, Jake Paul, and then it kind of steamrolled into this situation now. And Turkey on the sheet sat down with Canelo, his people, Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford basically was just saying, I'm waiting on Canelo in September. That's basically what was talking about. Nothing's changed for him. And Canelo just said, let's go, brother. And to let everybody know he's on board with that, with what Turkey Al Sheik is doing, the 4-fight deal. He's going ahead and just releasing that news now because, they were going to say that it was going to take up to 2 weeks to figure out who Canelo Alvarez will be fighting. And I knew that the Jake Paul thing was very serious. I was trying to tell people that a couple of days ago. And I felt like with the Terence Crawford fight being on the back end, they were going to try to do a Jake Paul situation, which it looks like it's going to go through now. But these days, you got to make sure. Hey, a lot of guys sitting around here tiptoeing and don't know what's going on. Then you have Turkey Al Sheik's own media conglomerate, or Ring Magazine right now that he's affiliated with, and they're putting out the news that the fight was canceled. So at this point, you got to go with it. Turkey Al Sheik, them, I wouldn't say him directly, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that because so much news was coming out. But they were officially canceling the fight. That wasn't just something that was just being said. The reason why he dropped this video right now is to let everybody know how serious it was to actually being canceled. It was serious. And now he's doing a 4-fight deal with Canelo Alvarez. And the fight and the deal is done. We never got any word that the deal was done. Turkey Al Sheik was just saying that, he's like listening to the noise and all of us and what we're talking about. He's gonna get the job done, basically. And Canelo Alvarez is, just agreeing with him. And Terence Crawford as well. So nothing has really changed, like I said. But the problem that really is going on with all this is these media people. Like the news they even got of the fight being canceled, and the fight just said it got done. I don't like them throwing around this news like that. But this really wasn't the biggest deal. The biggest deal was the Jake Paul thing, which is still gonna be a big deal to a lot of people. The fight being made with Jake Paul, that's not something ideal to anybody. It's a lot of people out here that just don't like that fight. They don't care who you make a fight with. They don't care if Canelo makes a fight with a prime Mike Tyson and Ali right now. They're thinking about who's available and who's been available. And for him to be going straight to a Jake Paul fight, a lot of people feel like it's disrespectful because you're just coming off a big fight with Benavidez. They've seen Benavidez perform. They know that's a guy that Canelo's supposed to be fighting. They're giving him a pass on that. And now everything else is like, you don't know what's going on? Nah, people ain't rocking with that no more. That I don't know what's going on and let's just go down this way. Nah, that's people not rocking with that, not in boxing. So I'm glad that the fans, the real fans, actually stood up and put their foot down as far as because Canelo's in a place right now where he can shift it to the golden era where it used to be and have all these people fighting, or it can go back to the old ways where people complaining about fights not happening. No 50-50 fights. We just want a 50-50 fight at this point. The standards are not high. But I'm glad Turkey Al Sheik knows and he understands everything that's going on and the sport of boxing and the fans. And he's a fan of boxing as well. So I didn't think he was going to let anything bad happen. That's why I said I was going to say something about Turkey Al Sheik on a member video. But He did it before I could say anything. This is what I was gonna make a video about. I was gonna make a video about Turkey Al-Sheikh is not playing around. He's not gonna be doing the. This what my live video was gonna be about tonight. But Turkey Al-Sheikh came out and did it already. I told people he wasn't gonna mess around once he said that he was doing business with Terence Crawford, and he knows what kind of person Terence Crawford is at this point. He's not gonna sit around here and just play around and drag his career out. He knows Terence Crawford's an older man. Turkey Al-Sheikh knows how it is to become an older man. He knows how it is to become 36, 37, 38. You're not the same after a while. So he's not going to play around with it. And he has his own medical issues that he's not playing around with. But I like that him, Canelo, and Terence Crawford came out and just, validate everything he said. Not a big deal, but the Jake Paul thing, that's definitely real. And, everything is just a blessing at the end of the day to be able to watch the sport of boxing and keep up with it. But when you're not getting the things that you want to see, man, we got to realize there's a lot of people in the past away the last 4 or 5 years that's boxing fans. They want to see the best fights. People have left this earth trying to watch certain boxing matches. So to be holding things up, nah, it wastes a lot of people's time and energy, man. People took a lot of time away from people to be waiting on certain things. So I'm glad Turkey Al-Sheikh is changing the way boxing is. He's stepping in. And, he's going to be a person that's going to spearhead a lot of this stuff. Not playing around this year. He's definitely not playing around. With or without Canelo, it was going to be something happening. But that's all I got, man. Done deal. Canelo versus Terence Crawford, September.